Good afternoon. Good afternoon where you are. It might be a morning where you are. This world is becoming um, global and one small world. Our radio is a digital platform, so you can be hearing us from Australia and it might be getting to the evening. You might be hearing us from anywhere else in the world and it might be morning. So, greetings to you. Let's start with the greetings and welcome to the P-Town Business Talk Show. My name is Jabo Butera, and I'm your host today. My colleague Tendai Madume is not with me today. He's taking a day off, a well-deserved day off. He's a hardworking man, as like every businessman. So we're gonna crack on with our business talk today, as I'm your host today. But we always start with the quote of the week, and this week, thank you to our production team. The quote of the week is, love the life you live. Live the life you love. Wow, that's really, really interesting. Bob Marley, he's the one who quoted this. Love the life you live the life you love. So, are you alive? Are you living? Are you loving your life? So it was a wonderful afternoon here in Plymouth on Pitan Radio, and we take this opportunity by wishing all our brothers and sisters from the Islamic faith in Eid Mubarak. It's today is the Mubarak. It's Eid Mubarak. So to all our brothers and sisters out there, I'm shouting to Azza, shouting to Walid, shouting to all our brothers there, Kazim and others, and wishing you a wonderful, wonderful Eid Mubarak. Our brothers in Bristol, Q and the family from MTM Award. Shout out to you. I'm wishing you happy Eid Mubarak to all our brothers and sisters. We're going to be cracking off with our business talk show. And today we are coming back, revisiting that particularly conversation around the cost of living, challenging time we're all going through. But what are the ways of navigating through this? And as an entrepreneur, how do we talk about this? It's going to be a business talk, talking about businesses and opportunity businesses. But you feel free to join us. Feel free to drop us a text. Feel free to, our WhatsApp group is open, and we are also live on all our platforms. So please, if you have a conversation you want to send us, use our platform, and it will come to us, and we'll be able to see that. So please. If you wanna just drop us a mail, we are live on all our platform. So all our platform today, this show, as I say, the view. Let me just put our disclaimer out there to start with. The views and ideas expressed in the following program are strictly those of the host or guest and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by Pitan Radio as a radio station. Also, the second disclaimer, we are not financial advisors. We're just having a conversation around businesses. We might touch on finances, but it's not about we are financial advisors. So the following program is being brought to you on P-Town Radio. For more information about the radio station, our shows, our host, and for more behind the scene, please check out all our social media platforms. Facebook is at P-Town Radio. Instagram is P-Town Radio. Twitter is at Radio P-Town, and also our website. There's a lot of information there. And also, don't forget, as I say, I come from the Diversity Business Incubator. We are part of this show. We co-host this show together. So yeah, reach out to DBI Southwest. So if you just put in your search engine, Diversity Business Incubator, you should be able to find all this information about DBI. Let me give you a tune so that we can crack on and get in the mood for the Friday, for the Eid, celebration of Eid, and getting ready for the conversation. A tune for you coming right through. That was a little jingle for you just to get you in the mood on the app. And I hope you pick the music. If it did not come up, we'll get it through on our channels as well to get from the social media. Just got a message from our colleagues saying they did not get the message or the sound coming through our apps. So we'll be able to do that. So, see, Tendai has tuned in. Good morning. Good morning, Tendai, where you are. Hope you are driving somewhere sunny. I wish you a wonderful time. Enjoy your well-deserved break. So, as I say, let's come back to our conversation. This business talk. Today is the business talk we are captioning today. And what we're looking at today is the business talk on cost of living and existing support. Myself, I'll introduce again myself. My name is Jabo Butera, and I'm the Managing Director of Diversity Business Incubator. And also, I've been an entrepreneur for, well, nearly quite a long time now, clocking nearly 15 years in this trade, this field of exchange of ideas or exchange of items. So we've been in this trade for a while. I know what it is about businesses, what it is to exchange either idea or product with another person in return of remuneration. It can be either in terms of money or any other services. So businesses, that's what it is all about. You have an idea or you have a product that you exchange with another human being or another entity in return of what they have in possession, passing it to you. This can be money. So in simple terminology, business is, I've got a potato and my neighbor next door need it, but they're holding money. So in exchange with that, they'll give me fund or the money they have, and I'll be able to give them the potato idea I have. So it's that exchange of money and in terms of what you have and exchange with the other person. So just for those who are watching, you might have been seen on our live. I've just been delivered a nice cup of caramel latte. Smells good. This is a shout out to Hannah and our sponsor, Jabo Coffee. Thank you so much for the service. It's amazing when you come to the studio and you get a delivery of a wonderful, nice cup of caramel coffee. So for those who don't know, we will give a shout to our sponsor, Jabo Coffee, for this show. And when you come, please, when you're in Plymouth, drop by and grab a coffee of Jabo Coffee. Really nice. So let's crack on with our conversation today. And that was my introduction. We're talking about the business. But particularly is like, why do we run this show? And why is this conversation needed? And how we started. So this conversation, I think we started it about, we're going to nearly 2.5 years, me and my colleague and other champions in the community were saying the talk around business, it's not loud enough. People don't understand can become their own bosses. There is you become the one deciding the growth of your pocket or your income. So you see, we were having this conversation with friends, and among them was Tendai and others, and we're saying, why do we still have this challenge of too much month at the end of the money? So you get a salary, but at the end of the money, at the end of the month, you're still short. How can we change that? And we thought one of the ways of doing that is through entrepreneurship. It's through how can you utilize your own skills, your own talent, and what you've got in your hand so that you can create a wealth, so you can have enough money at the end of the month. And that's where it started. And we thought we need to continue this conversation. We need to share these ideas and how to, inspiring or asking that question, saying to individuals, why are you not running your own businesses? Why are you not creating that wealth and growing it to your pace? Because we're not putting down saying you don't get an employment, but think about this: when you're employed, you have a salary at the end of the month, and for you to be able to say, "I want to grow my salary" or "I want a pay rise," most of the time it's your boss who decides about that. So it's someone else's decision to let you acquiring this growth. But when you are your own boss, you have that chance to be able to say, my target is this year, I'm earning this amount of money. I'll push, I'll grow, I'll work harder, I'll work smarter. And then next year, I'll have a 5% growth or 10% growth according to how I'm pushing. That's what we're talking about, the growth in business. So we started this conversation and I thought we need to share with everyone. We need to be able to share with everyone and communicate these opportunity. And we go together because that's what I do. That's what my colleague Tendai does. We are all business people, and that's what we do in our life. That's how this talk came up, and we've been running it for more than 2 years. Me and my friend Tendai. So for those who've been listening to us, continue to listen, and really looking forward to able to share and be with you all the time. So it's really, really good. And communicate. Sorry, I was checking our social media working well. And again, that's what is the business talk we've been starting from when we beginning of this journey, and we're here today. But we are not the only one with the knowledge. That's why we're calling out to you who is listening, the one who's listening from anywhere around the world, anyone who's feeling I can play a role as well in sharing my knowledge. I can play a role as well. I'm a business owner, I'm an entrepreneur, and I want to share. So this platform is for all of us. It's for everyone. Please come forward. Share with us your knowledge so that we can inspire the next generation. We have this particular lens of looking, saying we're focusing on the Black and Asian minority community because one, it's our own journey. I'm talking about my own journey because I come from that community. And I know the challenge I had to go through to be able to be where I am today. And I'm trying to pass the knowledge, saying to the young person, to the next person, saying, how can you do? What is it to be done? So that you can be able to grow and steady, move forward with all the challenge you face in the situation, in the society we live in on. Yes, it's getting better today. We don't have much of that racial profiling and all the challenges, but we still have some of them, especially in the financial industry. It's not easy to acquire the loans and the finances, accessing finances. The management of the money is still a challenge. How do we navigate that? So that's the purpose we brought this show. So if you feel you're part of it and you want to contribute, our number is 078-3549-0010. Reach out to us, drop us a text, but also we're on the social media. We're on Facebook, and just looking now. Tendai's Facebook is live, DBI Facebook is live, Paytown session is live. So please join us. Send your comment, send your queries, and any comments we can help. We'll be able to push forward. So coming back to our topic, again, we are in this period of, you can hear everywhere they're talking about the cost of living. It has become a popular terminology, cost of living. I'm sure you've heard about it. I'm sure you've heard about the cost of living. So, what does it mean to you? How is it affecting? And it's a simple word. So your life, for you to be alive, there's a cost to it. And I think we touched it with my colleague Tendai before when we were talking about the Maslow hierarchy, or the three main element we always push on. So there's the basic, the roof over your head, what we call the need. What's the human need? You as a human being, do you need to have? The roof over your head, the safety, the food on the table. These are the things you need to have. Without, you are not who you are. And those things have a cost behind it. That's what we're talking about. For example, the roof over your head. To you to have a roof over your head, there's a cost for it. It may be a mortgage, it might be a rent. Has that been changing recently? Have you seen a change into it? Still on that roof over your head, you need to put energy. There's electricity, and in cold countries like England here, you have the gas to add on to heat up the property, the house where you are. Those are the costs. With this period that we are in, this time we are in April 2023, what has been the impact of the changes? We know a lot of things going on and reasons of that growth are there. We've explained it last time. What is the effect? How are you being affected by that? Now it goes even up to the food on the table. It can be only you as one person, or it can be a family. You have a whole family to feed for. Those are the cost of living. For a life to be, and the life we live in, there's a cost for it. That's the cost of living we're talking about. So how has it been affecting you? But also now as an entrepreneur, the cost of living is not only for you as an entrepreneur, your business survival is part of it, because that's your stream of income. That's where you get the fund or the money to be able to pay for the food on the table. So that's the income from your business. How has your business been affected? Is the rent gone up? Is the council tax or business rate gone up? There are two things there. So the council tax is for your home and the business is called business rate. Has this been rising up? How are you coping with it? What are the mechanisms we can have in place? That's the conversation we'll be having today. That's what we're going to be trying to converse around and seeing how can we add on? What can we talk about it? What is there? What is the conversation? It's not like saying we're giving you advice or orders or no. It's a conversation between us. What is it that we're having there? You know, sometimes when the challenges are there and we're not talking about it, we're playing the ostrich game of burying our head in the sand and leaving the rest of the body out and hoping, say, the wind gonna pass and I'm not gonna be blown away. It does not work that way. Imagine this big bird, an ostrich, and he's got a massive body and it's a small head, and that's where the eyes are. And he thinks when he put his eyes and the head in the sand when it's windy, he thinks, oh, I'm hiding from the wind. The wind will blow and pass and it's not going to touch me because I'm just under the sand. I'm covering up myself. It does not work that way. This is particular. You need to know the wind is there. It's not by putting your head under the sand. That's you're never going to be blown away. Yes, we have to be aware of it. So that's when we're having this challenge of cost of living going on. How do we acknowledge it? What is it? Do we need to do recalculation of our cash flow? Do we need to revisit our business plan? Or are we doing like the ostrich, putting our head, bury them in the sand, and just expecting for the best? I think that's the conversation we'll be having. And it's going to be interesting. We're going to take a short break and the music, and I'm going to try and see if that's come through. And for those listening, please let me know. And we'll come back with telling you what is the support existing out there that can help you in this time of cost of living going up, but also what is you can be doing to be able to survive that cost of living. Let me give you a tune and let me know if you're getting it. And text me or drop me on the social media. Let me if you are hearing it. Here we go. You get us, and we're back. Yes. The music was there, a jingle, just to keep going and checking if all of us are getting the jingle with you and listening to our music on the social media. So please, this P-Town Radio has an app for you to be able to hear more about it. There is an app. Go on your app. Go on your Google Store or iPhone. For those who have the iPhones, go in and download P-Town. So it's P-Town as a Plymouth Town. It starts with that letter P. Town, you'll find it. We are on we are all the app. You can be able to download it. Once you download it, you can be listening to us all day long. The music is there. You can request the music, you can request a song, you can request what you want to be played. And I'm hoping, I know my colleague Azza is on the train at the moment traveling, but she can even request, especially on this period of Eid Mubarak, what the song she would like to hear, playing the tune to be going on, or anything you want to hear coming up on this, your radio, your petrol station, your P-Town radio station. Please download the app and let us know what you'd like to be going on. So coming back to our segment, we're talking about the cost of living and the impact of it. So I did explain what's the challenge, the cost of living impact we are having, and it's affecting everyone. Now, this is some of the support existing out there. Did you know you might be entitled to up to free cost of living payment of £301? And then it'll go down to 300 and 299 if you get any of the following benefit or tax credit. Did you know if you are receiving an income-based job seeking, or if income-related employment will support our allowance? It's called ESA. Did you know if you are in receipt of income support, pension credit, universal credit, child tax credit, working tax credit? Did you know you are entitled to, that is about nearly £1,000 just to support you towards your cost of living? If you're not aware of it, if you're not sure, please reach out to us. We'll be able to signpost you or guide you how you can access this funding, which is out there. So it's given out there to help you during this time of crisis or economic or cost of living challenge, where the bills are going high, where that conversation was saying too much month at the end of the money. Suddenly we were challenged by already what we were earning was not enough. Now the bills are going up. And this is not a small change. It's a substantial changes in business, particularly world, where it was the change, especially in the energy. I can give an example with our organization. We were paying a certain amount, and then when the bills of starting January came in, it was 3 times what we used to pay. Can you imagine? You were paying, let's say, £200 a month on your bills, and suddenly this is becoming £800. Means you need to find where you're going to be making an extra £400 from. So this is not to count in your profit. Are you going to raise your sales price? Are you going to reduce your expenses or what you're spending? Are you going to fold up and go home? It's a challenging period. So for those in the not in business element, but in the individuals, the support existing, because all of us, don't forget, when you're running a business, you are an individual. You are a person. You as a business owner, you might be benefiting from this, including the working tax credit. You're entitled to nearly £1,000 to support you at your home, not at the business. There's other business business support there, especially around the energy. Again, with the Department of the HMRC, there's a lot of support. And even last time when the Chancellor put the budget out, there was a lot of support to businesses and small businesses. So if you haven't got an idea what type of support is there for the cost of living, please reach out to Paytown Radio or to DBI. We'll be able to signpost you. You have department in the our Plymouth City, where we live, the Plymouth City Council, the economic development, the growth and inclusive department. They will support you. They'll be able to guide you what is the support existing if you're struggling. There are many organizations out here to help you. But also as an individual, there's separate ways of being supported. And please reach out. I've given the first one where you're entitled for the that cost of living payment. You can check it on the website, which is the government website, www.gov.uk/guidance/cost of living payment. Check that if you are entitled to that. But also there is ways of doing it on a local level. So particularly this one, and I'm talking to my brothers and sisters who are just celebrating the Eid at this period. The Plymouth Islamic Center, it has this support put in place for those who can't afford heating or to keep warm. So there's a community center in Plymouth currently supporting victims of the Turkey and Syria earthquake. Has also opened its doors to struggling residents at the cost of living, as the cost of living soars. Plymouth Islamic Education Trust, most of people know about it, called Payati, was set up more than 10 years ago. The building was formerly the Plymouth Labour Party headquarters. The building is in St. Jude's and is divided over 3 levels with the mosque on the ground floor. The spacious building has a red and white decor, including a soft carpet with a slating red and white pattern. So when entering a mosque, shoes should be removed. Outside of the mosque are stacks of wooden compartments where shoes are placed before going inside of the place of worship. Payati is open for everyone. Payati doors is open to everyone. So don't get saying Payati is only open for those of Islamic faith. Payati is open for everyone. If you are struggling with keeping warm, this is a place you can go. It's a place of worship as well as a welcoming place for everyone. And they, that is guiding you through saying, when you come into Payati, you take your shoes off and there's where you can put them. We believe that for society to come together and understand each other, it's better that we talk and meet with each other and ask questions. Islam is a religion of peace, and if someone does something wrong with any religion, blame the person, not the religion. So these are the places we're telling you where you can go and during these cost of living challenges. This is a place you can go and keep warm. There is many places in Plymouth where they have opened up, and these mostly are faith-based organization or charity organization. And even this building where we are in at the moment is called The Plot on Union Street. if you're struggling with the cost of living, you cannot afford to pay your to heat up your house, and you're feeling cold, you need somewhere to sit, come to the plot as well, and there is a coffee for you, the Jabulani coffee. You'll be given a coffee, you'll be a hot drink to keep you warm. So all these are the things existing in the city. People are put together to come and to keep you warm and keep you in this period of hardship. But let's talk about more on the business element. So that was as an individual where you can go and be supported. Now, as a business, as an entrepreneur, as go-getter out there, this challenging time, how are you swimming through them? How are you seeing the progress? So as we said, imagine this is 2023, January, you've been trading for the past 10 years or the past 5 years, and your shop is, I don't know, Ebrington Street or near the market, all those places. You can be on here on Union Street. You have overhead, it's called, the cost of having the shop open. And now, with this cost of living soaring, your rent is gone up. You used to pay, let's say, 1,200 a month. The landlord say, I have to put my price up because of the cost of living. So you're going to be paying 1,600. So that's a £400 growth, or £400 added on your rent. Your bill is just going to come through the letterbox. Your electricity bill has gone 3 times up, and you don't have anything to say about it. You cannot say, well, I don't want it to go up. Can you keep it lower? Or I'm going to change everywhere the costs are going up. Your telephone bill goes up. Your the national insurance contribution goes up. Salaries, you have to increase your staff salaries going up, and so on and so forth. All these your costs of running a business have gone up. What do you do? That's the main question. What do you do? Is it affecting? We will definitely affect your balance sheet. So it means if you're making 2% or 5% profit on every item you are selling, maybe I'll come more to explain to those listening to us when you're talking about percentage on sales. If you're making 5% profit on your sales, and now your cost has gone up, how much of percentage is that on the sales now? Are you putting the price up? Are you going to put your product price up or your service prices up? How is it affecting your competitiveness? And how is it retention of your customers being affected? All those are the questions entrepreneur and business people ask themselves. And then you find someone has not been sleeping because of worries about all these challenges happening. As a business owner, what do you do? How do you do about it? Where do you go about it? And how did you do that? Because I know we survived so many things, and this is including one we're going to be surviving. So if you have an advice, if you have a comment, if you have a say, please give us a shout. Drop us a text on 07835490010, or our social media are open. And you can see we are live on so many platforms. Please drop the question there, ask your question, and I'll be able to pick them up. Or if you have any advice to give, I'll be able to share that with everyone. When you're tuning, just drop us a text. We'll be able to see either on Facebook, either on any other platform where we are live, or like our YouTube channels are live at the moment. Go there, drop a text. I'll be able to add that so you can share with everyone. And this time and this challenging moment of cost of living, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, what is it you've been doing to keep on top of the situation? Give us a shout. Let us know. Share with others, because as I say, the children always say that sharing is caring. So yeah, please share with everyone what you think. What is your strategy you've used? So bringing back to this element coming from a BME perspective, or the BME business, a BME radio show, I'm bringing my element myself as that question. If it's landed on my desk, how will I act, or how will I behave? How will I perform? Because this is a survival mode you're going in. And I'm looking at it saying, everyday life, what we go through, what we've been through. I come, like, for example, I talk for myself, where I come from. I come from Rwanda, where we had, and this is a period where we had, like, 29 years ago, there was atrocity with the genocide and the war and all that. How did I survive? You don't survive by hiding and digging and, running away. And, these are challenges. Sometimes you have to face them and you focus on driving forward. And in businesses, for me, I seeing it, that element. When such things happen, I think it's time for growth. It's time for pushing forward. What is other momentum you can pick that existing at the moment to go forward? So now you've learning there's this challenge of energy crisis, or there is not enough money to keep the whole house warm. What is the other strategy you can put in place? What is it you can do different from other people doing, so that you'll be able to grow and swim through this challenging moment? Creativity comes when you've been pushed back. And I'm saying this again from my background, from where I grew up. Let me tell you a little story. I like telling stories because as an African man, you will know that our fathers and our grandfathers, they always spoke to us through proverbs and storytelling. Africa is the motherland of stories. In Africa, the creativity or the innovation comes in this element. I'll give you a simple example with a story I always tell. A family, there is a father and a mother, and they have two children, a boy and a girl, that age of playing, like 7, 8, 10. And there is a crisis. There's no food at home. Or what they have is just something a little left, not much to share with everyone. And it's in the morning. The mother wakes up and turns to the father saying, "We don't have anything to eat today." The children, they wake up, they don't say, "We don't have anything to eat today." What they say is, "Oh, it's a good day. Mommy, Daddy, we're going to play." That's a child thinking. They're not going to come say there's no food. They don't think that way. For them, it's another day. It's just a day. They wake up and off they go, playing football. The mother have asked the father, "We don't have, what do we do?" The father say, well, as an entrepreneur mindset, is like, "Okay, I'm going to town. In the meantime, turn the stove on and just be creative, do something, so that I'll go and hunt, look after the children, keep that fire going, keep the flame going, keep the exciting going, and I'll come back." So hear me, that story about entrepreneurship and mindset and that going forward. The challenge is cost of living is hitting. There's no food on the table. What do you do? The father said, I'm going. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'm going to hunt. He didn't say, I'm staying here and bury my head down and cry. The mother being creative, what she does, she put the stove on. She get the pots, the nice pot, that beautiful pot when you put on the fire, the children goes like, "Mom is cooking," and in the South African part element is that pot when it comes out. It's called a potty pot. It's called Jabo. For those who know, the pot goes out, goes on the fire, and she covers it. She just put water in, maybe a towel. You don't eat towel. She was gonna do the washing anyway. She put the towel in there, but the children did not see when she put the towel. She covers it up and put a stone on top so you don't open. It's too hot. You don't bring your curiosity and come and peep in, saying what mom is cooking. You as a child, you are out there playing. Dad is gone hunting. Mom is boiling something, is cooking something. Do you see that innovation? Do you see that entrepreneur mindset as a team? So when the cost of living is hitting, I'm giving you the hint as the values we carry for us who have been around the world and seen from a diverse background, is saying from my background where I'm talking about. When challenge hits, when this cost of living hit, you need to be creative. You need to be innovative. It's not the time to sit down and cry and saying things are crumbling. That's the end of it. No, this is the time to saying, how creative am I going to be? Let me go out there and be the hunter so that I can provide for the family. The cost of living shouldn't be a reason of collapsing. A cost of living shouldn't be a reason of giving up. A cost of living shouldn't be the only reason of folding. And if it happens and they decide saying, I'm calling it a day, it's appreciated. It's respected because everyone has their own limit. But I'll tell you, it gets harder when you are near the success for it to float. So for me, I see this cost of living as another challenge coming toward us so that it can give us the energy, the capacity, and the ways of understanding so that we can be able to stand and pump even harder so that we can get more water coming through. That will be my angle of looking. So reach out, go out there, find out what are the support existing. Did you know you have a different organization to support you in the city, the Growth of Southwest? Did you know you can speak to the company that's supplying? So if you are with British Gas, you are with, I don't know what organization, reach out to them saying, this is what we're struggling. What have you got in place to help? You see what you've done, you've reached out. Don't stay in the corner and die on your own. No. Did you know you can come here and share your knowledge with everyone and they'll be able to share that with everyone else so that they can survive? Did you know even your landlord, you can have a conversation with them saying, this is what I'm struggling with. How can you help? And what is the help out there? There might be a scheme helping landlords because they know they provide a vital service for everyone. Those are the things we've been building up. So push forward, strive forward, and deliver what you've been delivering. Just be smart. That will be our advice. And we can continue conversing around this. It's a really exciting time. Unfortunately, time is running for us. We've done our 1 hour conversation. And keep tuned on. Hope the conversation we've had, it has been supporting. And let me repeat, as we say, as an entrepreneur, this is the time to become creative. Think about outside the box. The cost of living is there. Things are costing higher. And I don't think it's going to be going down tomorrow. But what is it you're doing yourself as an entrepreneur? What is that creativity you're having? If you have one, share with others. For me, my creativity is I'm had to find out what others are doing. I have to reach out to my supplier. I need to reach out to my customer, letting them know this is what we're facing. And for that reason, we're going to be putting this up for this time of percentage, but it's for the reason of A, B, C, D. We're not dropping our standard. It's not because the costs are high and then we start dropping your standard. No, don't do that. Become creative. Because when you started your business, you were the one who had the idea and you know where you're going with it. So it's not because of the electricity going up that you're saying my idea is flop. No, the idea is not flopping. You just be creative. Go around it. Can you do it without the electricity? Can you do it without the energy? Or can you source your energy differently? So all those are the creativity we need to be looking at. So I think it's an exciting time ahead. It has been a wonderful time conversing with all of you. Unfortunately, the time is going ahead. We are back again here next Friday and same time, 12 to 1. If you have any subjects you want us to explore, please reach out. Reach out to P-Town Radio, reach out to DBI on our platforms, and we'll be able to bring that live for everyone to listen. But in the meantime, let me leave you with a wonderful quote of we always give out. And I'll come back to what our producers gave us. The quote was, live your life. It was Bob Marley, if I can find it. Let me see if I can retrieve it again. But Bob Marley was giving a wonderful quote saying, love your life and live your life with love. Amazing. So you are alive, love it and live it. Don't wait for tomorrow to live it. It has been wonderful listening and following and being with you this afternoon. That was me, Jabo Butera. It was Business Talk, and my colleague Tendai will be here with us next week. He's taking a few days off. Hopefully next Friday you're going to be with us. But until then, have a wonderful time. Stay tuned on our app, P-Town Radio, and you can watch our streaming on our the past one on our YouTube channels. Until then, my colleagues, that has been a wonderful time with you. Have a wonderful Friday, and catch up again next Friday. Bye-bye.